What's up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 23 video, I'm about to break down the best offense in the game. This is the new meta offense that almost every pro player has switched to, and I'm talking about the gun tight offset TE out of the Saints playbook. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys everything you need to know about this offense, what plays you're going to want to call, setups, subs, abilities, all that good stuff, and I'm going to break it down in an online gameplay. Playing against another really good player. Actually, both of us are running the Saints playbook in this video, so we're going to get in depth. Now, first things first, guys, is you need to know the abilities you want to run. The reason why this offense is so hard to stop right now is basically because of the quad father. You have to play the run almost every down when someone has the quad father, and tight this year has so many quick beaters against man, against zone, against the blitz. When you have to defend this 0-1 trap, inside zone combo, it becomes a nightmare because honestly, tight is so hard to stop if you're not in dollar. And this run game, as you guys can see, it eats up dollar. As you see, he was easily able to get down the field on me, just running the ball really for a touchdown. Now, I'm checking his abilities. You guys can see what he's got going on. It's a lot of KOs and pick artists, and he's in dollar too. So I'm going to run trap very first play, and we're to the crib. So anytime you're in this offense and you see the defense in dollar, especially if they don't pinch their D-line, you want to run trap. And with this setup, with your abilities, with Quad Father, you can still have every quarterback ability you want now with either Brady or Flacco, and then still have, all the O-line abilities for cheap, the edge pros, threat detector, identifier, and still you can have receiver abilities too. The way the AP in this game right now is everything's really cheap, so it makes this offense so difficult. So you guys can see he's right back with the ball. And once again, I'm actually trying to pinch my line, but he is still running right at me. I actually got good penetration right there, but it did not matter. Now, guys, if you want my full offensive and defensive schemes, check out sportsgamers.com. Everything on the website you'll get access to as a VIP member. If you're looking to become a better Madden player, click the link in the description or in the comments. Use code Duke and get 10% off your order as a VIP member. You get access to everything you need. So, anyways, you guys see he tried to sneak a pass in. Wasn't the greatest idea, and he comes right back on second down with another run call. I tried to dive at him, but, he was able to get the first. Just good run stick right there. You guys can see he's relentlessly running the trap on me. And, again, this is why this offense is so good, is because it just beats dollar. So I'm starting to think, I just got to take away the run. But the problem is every time I am concentrated on the run, next thing I know, he runs the play-action pass play, as you guys can see there. He just had a quick read to Hill, another first down. So the audibles you're really going to want to use with this scheme, you're probably going to want to have the PA shot seams. As you guys can see, I run commit, give up a touchdown. You're going to want to have PA shot seams. You're going to want to have bench. And I would recommend having 0-1 trap instead of inside zone. And then you can either have the same spot shake or potentially, the play of a deep post. Either way, you still have another free play to come out in. So at that point, you could come out and say one of the plays with a post route. If you didn't set in your audibles, you could come out in inside zone. It really is up to you. But as you guys can see, my audibles are same spot shake, bench, 0-1 trap, and PA shot seams, because then I feel like I can just come out in whatever play I want. Now, what I'm noticing, guys, is what he's doing defensively is he's running baseline press DB fire, right? But he's manning up basically his entire team on me, which actually makes them react better to the run and kind of take away some of the quick reads. So here I'm just thinking, let's hit a quick slant over the middle, get some yards back, and make this a more manageable third down situation. Now, I only got 5 there, but, that's okay. I see that he has basically, he's blitzing me from both sides. Both sides of the slot corners are blitzing. So we're just going to hit him in the flat. Again, I was just trying to get a little bit of the yards back. Maybe, break a tackle, get a little bit more than that, but it didn't turn out that way. His flat zone actually made a really good tackle. Now it's 4th and 12. So we're going to draw up a dot here. We're going to try to draw up a dot here at least. I can see, again, he's blitzing both of my slot corners. Both of his slot corners. So I'm going to try to hit him with potentially a slant over the middle of the field to go with this corner out combo, depending upon what he does. And right there, his user got way too aggressive. And I saw that he had manned up the corners. Potentially, I could have had them open later in the play. But because he was blitzing me and he kind of jumped down too fast with his user, I just hit the slant, figured I could get a first down. Did just that. So 1st and 10, we're back at it. And again, you guys can see he actually does pinch his line, right? So at the end of the day, while that does help, it still is not a foolproof method to stop the run. So you guys can see here, again, was able to pick up 5-6 yards, right? So when you pretty much have this run in your back pocket against dollar, this is why this offense is so stupid right now. You guys can see I audible to inside zone there. Sometimes when they pinch the line, inside zone is the better call, and you just kind of want to mix in inside zone with trap so they don't get comfortable with their user knowing which gap to attack or which gap to try to shoot. So 3rd and 5 here. I'm thinking about honestly running the ball just because I see, it doesn't feel to me like he's in that great of run. He's in dollar baseline press, right? I like my chances to get 5 yards. Now, I didn't get 5. I got like 4.5, so we're actually on inches. Now, what I like to do on inches in the Saints playbook is I like to come out and single back deuce close stretch. But I sub in basically all my tight ends and a fullback or a running back in the game, so I have 3 tight ends and 2 running backs, which, if they come out in anything but goal line, that allows me to then audible into QB sneak for a free first down, just as you guys can see here. He's in nickel. Now, because he's in nickel, I'm just going to go ahead and audible to QB sneak and hopefully get the free first down I was just referring to. The thing that makes this difficult for the defense is that if I see that they come out in goal line, because I came out in single back deuce close, HB stretch, that's a really, really good stretch, one of the best in the game. Against goal line, I can just run the stretch and get a huge play. Again, come out first down, I see he's in dollar, he doesn't even pinch his line this time. Quick snap him, it's a free touchdown. Now, he's been going for 2 when he's been scoring, he hasn't got it. So we're just going to take our extra point here and go up 2 points. You could potentially chase the point there, try to go up a field goal, but I'm not going to do that. He gets ball back with 45 seconds left. He does have his timeouts, but at this point, I'm not worried as much about the run. But even at that, you guys can see when he's running play action, when he's passing, he's running play action nearly every play, which kind of makes, play action does counter a lot of the loop blitzes that are actually still in the game after the patch. So when you go up against someone running play action, you almost have to just send 5 at $1 just like that. Now, I did get really good pressure there, but, he just made a good read. He's, attacking me pretty consistently with some solid route combos. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's making me defend some of these glitchy corner routes, but then he's having routes coming back over the middle too. And because he's running play action, he's kind of forcing me to blitz heavily to get pressure. Now here, he just quick snaps the Saint spot shake. The Saint spot shake is a really good play to quick snap too, because it attacks the seams, both flats with the wheels, and then potentially you could have a post or a slant over the middle. So that's just a really good quick snap play because you can do it off of 1 or 2 hot routes at the most. And he has Brady, so he additionally, as you guys see here, he has a mobile quarterback. So, if he steps up in the pocket, he doesn't like what he sees, he can just take off. He's a 91-ish speed quarterback, right? 91, depending upon his boost. For Madden 23 Ultimate Team coins, AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order. So, his theme team or whatever. It's rough, right? And, he's able to score a touchdown. Now, I'm kind of really disappointed to give up a touchdown that fast. But my thought process on offense here is, okay, I have 2 timeouts. 1 or 2 pass plays. I can get a field goal and then put myself in a situation to at least get 3 before half. So I'm going to hit him with a slant post combo over the middle. He guards the slant. I go to the post. So what I did there was I had the deep corner out to potentially be a big play over the top, which he has to respect. But also, that will pull deep zones away. Then I had tied it on the seam route, kind of attacking right down the middle. I had a post and a slant crossing each other. So again, because I was in play action and I actually blocked the running back, again, that's important. You don't want to carry out the play action fake. You actually just want to block the running back. I got more time. I saw his user took away the slant. I hit the post. So all I was doing on that play call was hoping maybe I could bust a big run, maybe get a touchdown. But basically, I was just saying to myself, we're not going to risk, something disastrous happening. Getting knocked out of field goal range is not worth the risk because I get ball at half. And now I'm in full control of this game. I can take my time, do whatever I need to do. If I score a touchdown, I'm up 4. And that kind of makes him press because, being up 4 is a good situation for me because a field goal doesn't really do anything for him, right? Whereas if I was only up 3, a field goal, could potentially tie the game. So I'm confident with where I stand right now as long as I get a touchdown. Now, I'm seeing here, he's switching up his coverage. He actually switched to a little bit of man right there. So, he's now a nickel. At this point, he's seen, he can't stop the run from dollar. So he's doing a lot of, now he's going to be a nickel. So It looks like he has some knock. Like I said, he has a lot of knockout abilities on these safeties, which I'm gonna have to deal with. But it is what it is. I had the corner out, opened the Gronk. I had a step or two. Bo Jackson, the safety, he just has the knockout ability, and sometimes it's gonna trigger. So I've noticed, he's been switching it up. He's a nickel man match, so I go with my match beater from verticals. Now, one of the really good things about this offense I haven't even shown yet is when you come out in tight, you can audible the bunch and make them defend a whole nother formation just like that. I saw he was a match. I audibled the verticals. I streaked outside receiver in the bunch against match. You guys see it bust the coverage up for a free touchdown. So that was just something he wasn't expecting because I hadn't shown it yet. He was in a good time to get a touchdown. Now, you guys can see, I am blitzing heavily. Actually, the first play of the drive just threw right at me. Could have been a pick. Just didn't time it perfectly. You guys see, he's passed the ball 5 or 6 times the whole game. So that's why I'm just so worried about. I just don't want him to be able to run the ball and beat me with the run at this point. I'm kind of being stubborn right now because when you're in dollar, you're just gonna get ran on. I should just go to nickel, but this has not been exactly a great game for me defensively. This is the hardest offense to stop right now, bar none. I would much rather play any offense other than this. If I see tight offset with the quad father, I already know it's gonna be a nightmare against a good player at least. So again, you guys can see now he's starting to mix in his formations too. He goes to stack. So the stack wide flex is yet another really good formation out of this playbook. That formation is really, really good against attacking blitzes. I've been running a lot of DB Fire 2 or Spinner, and that formation has great man blitz beaters and great zone blitz beaters, especially for someone in cover 2. The fade out works really good. So you guys can see there, he went back to the same spot shake. Essentially, again, that play is just a really nice play to quick snap because you attack both flats, the seams, in the middle of the field. When you mix that in with his play action play he's running, where he's running a lot of corner routes, deep corners, and posts over the middle, that's just a good quick snap because now you have to worry about the flats too. Whereas the play action, I'm not really worried about the flats. But with that play, it makes me respect both flats. So again, he kind of always has an answer. So 3rd and 9 here, he did a really good job. You see what he did there is he not only blocked his running back, but then he motion snapped his outside receiver opposite the running back. So I got no pressure. That was able to pick up both of my blitzers, as you guys can see here. This time he does it with his receiver, but keeps the running back blocking. He actually gets time, but he just forced a read right there. He should have, he was trying to hit the post right in between my 2 safeties, but because of the adjustments I made and my abilities, it just didn't work, and I was able to get a pick. So right here I'm going back with verticals. He's in man, and it looks like he shaded his coverage, so I'm actually able to get the wheel route open over the top, but again, has knockout, his abilities, was able to break up the pass. Good play and good read by me. Just, this is a game of abilities, and sometimes those abilities will screw you over. So you guys can see here, again, he's sticking in nickel, and he's just doing this because he just does not want to give me free runs over and over again. Problem with nickel is it's going to give up the flats really consistently against this formation. Now here, I'm kind of going with a setup I haven't ran yet. I'm going to try to attack him over the middle of the field with this post and some slants. Let's see if he's able to stop this. You guys can see here, he's in man. I think I have my corner out, but I just got a really bad, I feel like that was a really bad pass. I feel like I had separation there, and he I feel like I got a really bad underthrow right there. I feel like I'd make that read again, and feel good about it. But, I kind of unfortunately wasted a stop right there. That's definitely unfortunate. And, I'm coming back right now, and again, I'm just really being stubborn right now, not getting out of dollar. You guys can see what I'm doing is on the running back side, I'm playing cover 2 and then playing cover 3 opposite. And that's because I don't want him to be able to throw that post route he just threw on me. So when I have the safety rotating back into an inside third, I'm hoping that the safety will be able to pick that off or at least break it up. That time he just wasn't able to. And here, I'm getting the pressure, and he basically tried me right there. I was a step behind. I would have liked the pressure to get there a split second faster, so he couldn't have waited for that wheel route to the running back to pop open. But hey, that's what happens. This is why this offense is so good, is that at least you have to pinch the D-line, and when you pinch the D-line, the pressure from dollar just doesn't scream as much. It still gets in, but it's just not as good, as you guys can see. You're seeing a theme. Anyone pinches their D-line at a dollar, the pressure just doesn't come as fast. Now right here, I'm feeling like I have Gronk again, one-on-one, right? And that time, that was Atwater. And Atwater doesn't have the deep knockout abilities that Bo Jackson does, so I was very confident in that read right there. And I'm kind of thinking here, this is kind of a tough spot for me because, there's 2 minutes left, essentially. He has all of his timeouts. It's going to be hard to clock this, but I need to at least take some time off the clock here, and I have to score a touchdown. If I get a field goal, he's probably going to be able to beat me pretty easily. Just kick a field goal to win the game, right? Now, believe it or not, right there, that's not ideal for me. I didn't want to get a first down on that run because now I have less plays to basically clock and kill time, right? Because what I'm trying to do here is score a touchdown, but get it under a minute so that at least I'm not as worried about the run threat. Because if I get it under a minute, pretty much know, okay, at this point he's got to pass, which makes it a lot easier to defend this offense. The problem is I had him in that exact situation at the end of the first half, and he scored a touchdown on me. So it's not foolproof, but at least I feel more comfortable knowing I don't have to worry about the run, right? So in a situation like this, my preferred thing to do is come out in that split backs because I can run the fullback inside with quad five. There's a really good run. Then I have my red zone threat that if I see single coverage, I could throw a fade, right? Now, honestly, ideally there, I just wanted to run every play to take as much time off as possible. I honestly didn't want to score there. But, you just got to take those points. You just have to. So he actually came out and ran the ball, which, was surprising to me. But, okay, we'll allow it because now you just killed a lot of time. And you came back again. He had a short little pass in the flat. Again, I'm okay with that, right? Because you just took a timeout and burned a decent amount of time off 2 plays that got you nothing. So that's what I'm looking to do. I just need to make sure I don't give up any huge plays at this point. You guys can see I'm starting to get kind of adjusty. I just don't want to give up the big play, but he's only sending 3 out, so he's gonna be able to get a decent amount of time. Thankfully, one of my knockouts finally worked right there. That was a corner out on the sideline, but I have Carmichael with the zone knockout KO ability, and thank God I was able to break that up. I've actually finally decided to switch off a lot of my man corners. I had Haynes. I went from Haynes to Carmichael, but. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Haynes. The inside shade ability to me right now is not as good as it was earlier in the year, so I kind of didn't like his ability bucket compared to someone like Carmichael, so that's kind of why I made that decision. But he was able to get out of bounds there for a quick route on the sidelines, and we're kind of in another situation right here. He's got about 50 seconds, 2 timeouts at midfield, and you guys can see what he's doing here. He's only sending 3 out, and he's basically running a deep corner with a slant and a post. That's a really hard route combo to deal with if he gets time. And, so far he's been able to get time. The problem with this is he's running a route combo, and now he does the deep corner with the short corner in the post. He's running route combos that will beat man. So even if I man up my guys on him, these routes are going to get open, and at that point I'm just relying upon knockout abilities, which, I don't have a lot of man knockout abilities anymore. So, it's kind of a tough situation for me to be in. Now, at this point, I finally got him to take all of his timeouts. So, with 30 seconds left, my strategy is switched. I'm no longer going to blitz because I see if he thinks I'm blitzing, he's just going to block his whole team, right? So, that's kind of pointless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just rush 3. I'm going to drop the safeties back, play the sidelines, and basically I'm not even going to press. So I'm just basically saying, hey, literally I'm rushing 3. I'm not going to give you any chunk plays. Let's see what you can do here. So again, there's nobody open. He's forced to throw it away. Now we're pretty much at a situation where any catch in bounds, more or less, the game's going to be very close to being over. So I'm going to just stick with this strategy at this point. I don't see why I shouldn't. It's been working. He actually checks it down, which was a horrible decision. He probably can spike this maybe and get one more play, or he's just going to hurry up and quick snap. Okay. So because that was such a short game, he actually was able to get one more play, and there's just nothing open, and he just chucks it right to me. We're just going to go down, celebrate, take the win. I hope you all enjoyed this breakdown. If you did, smash that like button. It's Duke, and I'm out of here.